Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so this is a bit of an interesting message. So it all centers around a feminine energy, and there's a lot of competition around this feminine energy that she doesn't see and that she's not aware of, because at the time of this recording, I want to say, or this is some kind of karmic test. Okay, this is some kind of testing ground, and it all kind of centers around her, whether she knows it or not. But this feminine's not really that aware of what's going on around her in this sense, because she's very burdened at this current time. I'm seeing the 10 of Wands in my mind, where she's really having to strain and she's really having to struggle with things that I just heard are not her fault, or she's got some kind of burden here. And this is a part of the test that's going on here around this feminine. And I feel almost like she's been made to feel responsible, or for things that other people have done to her or something. But there's a group around this feminine, okay? And there's a lot of eyes on her, there's a lot of attention on her, but again, she doesn't know, because I'm seeing her eyes shut and she's like squinted, and she's like, really having to dig deep here in order to get through some kind of trial or carry herself through some kind of burden. So she's almost even unaware that this is going on. And I kind of feel like there's competition in both sexes. So I feel like there could be jockeying. I've been picking up on that energy recently, jockeying around this feminine for some kind of, I'm just hearing like status and position, but like in her life. So I feel like she must be considered like the prize or a trophy or something like that. She has no freaking clue, okay? Because she's just trying to get through something here. And so there's that going on, but I also feel like there's feminine energies around her that are jockeying and competing with her. And I feel like there could be a lot of gossip here, a lot of twisting around of words, and that's because there's karmic tests going on for just like every individual that I'm picking up on. This is very intense. Are you going to be strong and resist some kind of temptation, or are you going to betray in this situation? There's a real warning here about interfering in this situation where you are not to interfere. I really actually think that these people are in karmic debt to this feminine. I feel like whatever burden she is carrying is coming from a past life, because there's burdens here that I'm just hearing, is not aware of the origins of where these burdens come from. And it's like they need to interfere in a healthy way. They need to accept something here. In regards to her energy. And I kind of want to use the word dominance. They have to accept her dominance in something. She is actually dominant. And I don't know if this is professionally in some kind of skill, or there's a lot of jealousy. And that's what's called, I'm hearing jealousy leads to competition. And that's that jockeying energy. And there's actually, I think a lot of people put this feminine up on a pedestal. It's not coming across that way, because they put her up on a pedestal, and then they hate her for it, and she's not asking to be put up on a pedestal. I think she's really just trying to get through something here. But so there's this lot of jockeying, and it's actually very turbulent around this feminine. There's a lot of jostling, it's like there's just a lot of movement, and it's all very jerky, and it's very it's not a pleasant experience here. But these people are they're unable to be self-aware, which is part of this karmic test here. Like, can you be self-aware in regards of this? There is a warning here not to interfere in some kind of deeply unfair way, not to break her heart, not to be karmic, because people's hearts are being weighed. That's a phrase I've been using a lot here recently as well. People's hearts are being weighed. They're not supposed to be catty or get into some kind of cat fight. And I feel like every single person here is going to have some kind of a crossroads moment where they need to decide if they're going to be, I'm hearing, sexually strategic, or if they are going to grieve the loss of something. There's something here that they need to let go of in order to heal. And if she heals, and if she can, if things can calm down around her, because it's almost, I'm hearing the word like inflamed. And this it's like a social, a karmic sense of like things being inflamed. It's like a rising tide lifts all boats here, because this is actually a very beautiful feminine. And I'm talking about on the inside. And I think quite a few people, because for some of you, that's where the competition is coming from. It's coming from her physical appearance that she's really not as concerned with as other people seem to be concerned with when it comes to her. But this is the rising tide lifts all boats, because if she is allowed to shine, and if she is allowed to kind of calm down in her energy, there's something here. It's a secret. Oh my gosh, it's marriage. The Hierophant. and it's not like necessarily with her. And I've gotten this message here, and I'm seeing, okay, you know, at the end of Moana with Tafiti, when her heart is finally restored, that is exactly the situation that I'm seeing going on here. It's just, I'm seeing this woman stand up, and like her skirt is this beautiful tapestry, and it's all these people that I'm seeing around her kind of jockeying for position. And it's like everything falls into place, and she's able to stand up, and then her skirt is like very like beautiful and colorful, and it's swishing and it's swaying like in the breeze. Yeah, this is very like mother goddess or like feminine or something here like that. But these people are all in some kind of karmic contract that they need to make right with this feminine, and it's about weighing their heart. They need to be moral, they need to be empathetic, they need to consider somebody else's feelings and somebody else other than themselves. And I feel like this is smegdually, because I feel like there's feminine energies around this feminine that are afraid that a guy that they likes her. And I think these guys actually do like her, but I do think there's one soulmate here that's for her. And some could even be jealous over him or something and like trying to interfere in that way. If these two soulmates get together, everything will calm down. Okay, and I feel like there's a choice in front of you that you may or may not understand. And I don't know where you're at in the timeline. Maybe this has already happened and your guides are debriefing with you. Maybe this is like currently up, like on the chopping block, or maybe this is something that has yet to occur and your guides are wanting to help you to understand this choice, because there's a real risk that you don't understand the choice that's in front of you, because sabotaging her, the longer this feminine is single, that's what this feels like. The longer that this feminine is single and not with her soulmate, the more jockeying there is from these men around. And so it's, look at her. Look at what she's going through. Look at what she might need. And I'm seeing the Libran scales. It's like in conversation and in the decisions that are being made here internally for individual people, because there's so much Mars, and Mars rules over like that individuality, right? You have to be able to look at her as a person. You have to be able to see her as a person. You need to be a friend. You need to be truthful. It's fairness. It's Libra. It's diplomatic. It's like some people here owe her a conversation, a warning that something here about some kind of interference. Yeah, that somebody's trying to mess with her, or some people here owe her a conversation. Doing this, it might not seem related to this kind of Hierophant energy, but I feel like it is. And I've gotten that message before where either this feminine, like if you build a friendship with this feminine, she's going to introduce you to your soulmate. There's a blessing that Spirit put directly through this feminine, because you are not going to ever sidestep your karma with this feminine. And the answer is not through competing with her. It's through seeing her as a person and not as an object or a trophy or a threat or somebody to like, be overcome. It's not that. So there's a blessing here, and I really think that it has to do with the Hierophant. I do think she's got a soulmate here that needs to see her as a person and maybe stop jockeying around her and like, I don't know. And so his gift will be her as a partner. And the rest of these people, it's like because I do feel like there's part of that, the jockeying as well, is like these men are trying to take out like that guy and knock him in her view so that they have a chance. So once these two get together, which might be a karmic test, I don't know. There could have been some major interference in a past life between these two as well. But if the two of them are together, everything calms down. And it could be that people in this group kind of pair off in the way that they want to pair off. And all of that, it's like everybody comes to realize that is how it's supposed to be, and they're so grateful for their partners, and this is a community that can be friends and like stand together for all of life and walk through life together and everything. It's actually really, really beautiful. Or this feminine will introduce some people here to their partners, or when it comes to their marriages that they actually get into, it could be having this feminine as a lifelong friend is going to warn you about something. She may play a very direct role in warning or warding. I'm also hearing warding off some kind of interference as well, because this is a real one. This is a good person to have as a friend. So, because I'm hearing this feminine would have done it for you. If somebody was jockeying around your relationship or was trying to set you up in any way, this feminine would have come and told you directly, and some of you know it. And that's part of why you're trying to bury your head in the sand, is because you know that you ran some kind of interference you shouldn't have, or you knew that you should have told her, you should have warned her about a trap, or you should have warned her that there was somebody that was trying to interfere either towards her or break her heart in some way. Some of you know that, and that's adding to some kind of shame or guilt. You were never going to get away with this. This is absolutely a universal test, and I think I'm hearing sobbing, so I think some of you may understand that she was always a very tender-hearted person. I think that some of you may understand that she never deserved this, like whatever treatment that you gave to her, and I think it might make you sob. And I am hearing the word repent. Like you are being invited to repent to spirit about this, because she played some kind of divine role here. I am hearing the word angel. I'm hearing the word earth angel. Sent here. This person was like sent here, I think, like, or sent to you, and they were meant to play some kind of healing role. And it's in a relationship, because the star card is 17, and I always see it as like a 1 and a 7, or a lot of times I do. It's like that first house, 7th house axis, which is the house of self and relationships. And she came here to heal some kind of karma, to be a mirror. There's a lot of reflective energy here around this feminine, and I'm hearing any distortion is coming from the ego. It's coming from the self. It's coming from fear. And I think that's what a lot of people felt around this feminine. Fear of losing her, fear of losing out, fear of losing some love interest that they have to her. And she is not concerned with any of that. She is carrying some kind of burden here, because I'm seeing that those 10 wands, and it's like each of these people needs to come up and carry their... I'm hearing pick up your cross and follow me. But it's like they needed to grab their own wand. Like, I'm sorry I projected on you. I was an ass hat as well. Like, everybody needs to come over here and like get their wands so that she can stand upright. And that's what's going to bring calm and healing. And there's some kind of transformation that's coming through, and a big, big blessing. This is a feminine. Now I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles. She is the star and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's some kind of healing energy, and there's some kind of boon. For some, this is actual money, or some kind of, this feminine will give to you more than she receives. And that's in friendship. She is worth her weight in gold, is what I'm hearing, in your life. Even if you're a female and you feel like you need to compete with this female, she is worth her weight in gold in your life. You didn't see that. All you saw was that she was competition for you in some way. And I'm hearing she will more than prove her worth to you, because it's like she brings in some kind of warning. If the guy that you like is going after her something, for some of you that might even have been a karmic, and she would be the one to warn you about that. Or I don't know. She is worth her weight in gold. I keep hearing that. And she will bring you some kind of warning or a blessing or something here, and it's going to be massive. Like whatever it does to your life, she will give to your life more than she receives. And and I feel like you're going to come to realize, I'm literally hearing this. It almost feels wrong to say, but it's like, why she's the favorite. I'm hearing God's favorite, but I'm hearing it in that like funny, cheeky kind of thing. It's like, you're going to come to see why. And it has nothing to do with the blessings that certain people are so obsessed with about her, that she's got this kind of personality or this kind of body shape or this kind of that. This is a nice person, a very nice person. Somebody that I think takes on more than their fair share. And that's what needs to be rectified here. Because this is such a blessing. This is such a blessing. So for some of you, this is actually you, and you were put in a very tumultuous situation that you didn't understand. And again, I go back to that 10 of wands. Her eyes are closed, her face is wrinkled. She's carrying 10 wands up a hill. You knew that it felt, you felt the turbulence. Cause again, all that competition, jockeying energy, you weren't seeing it directly, but you were feeling like, man, this is a very turbulent time. And it has to do with what people's actions and the way that you were treated. And it's like there was a lot going on behind the scenes that you didn't see directly, but you felt it. Like you felt the repercussions of that in your treatment, and in whether you I think these people smiled in your face, to be honest, because they have to hide. There's a masking. There's some kind of like hidden strategy here towards selfishness, competition, or schmexuality. And that is everybody's karmic choice, and boy, will they regret it. Okay, because this is heavily karmic. And for some of you, you need, if you were betrayed in this situation, and potentially by more than one person, you're a very strong soul. For them to have sent you in here in this position, I just want you to not get confused anymore about why this happened. It's not because you're weak. It's not because, I feel like these people put a lot at you. It's like they projected a lot onto you. So what you need to understand, so that you can put down these burdens or these extra certain things here, it's like, if this is you are carrying the weight of responsibility for things that are absolutely not your fault. You should have had friends in this situation that were warning you about certain things that were going on behind your back. You should have had people that knew how to act and weren't raised in a barn around you. You should have had that. But there was a defensiveness. Now there's so there's karma that's being enacted here, because these people are not defensive about a secret, because they knew that they acted like shit, and they feel like they kept it a secret. They're sneaking around. So some of these people are sneaking around you now, So maybe this is be mindful. So some of these people could be trying to get back in your energy now to just kind of see what they did or see how you're up to. Because I think these people really do know that they are wrong. They feel guilty and they carry the secret. They carry the weight of this secret. And that's part of their karma for this situation. There's karma being enacted here as well. And it has to do with love and maybe a blockage because something here needs to change. There's some kind of blockage in love. And for some, that's with you. For some, these people are realizing that you're worth your weight in gold, whether that is as a friend or an employee or a romantic partner. You are worth your weight in gold. And for some of these men who are just obsessed with your physical body, you are worth your weight in gold as a friend to them. And I think a lot of them are realizing that there's a lot of defensiveness here that's coming through. And a lot of people want to apologize, but they also, I think, are seeing you in a strong space and they're seeing you receiving, I just heard getting the love that you are worth. And it sparked some kind of realization. And some of these people are so deluded that they buy their own bullshit. So a lot of these people knew that they were twisting the image of you in their mind. Oh, this is ugly. This is ugly energy. So they were twisting the image of you in their mind and they were doing it. Some of these people are taking notes or they were really zeroing in on defensiveness, but you are struggling. And so these people, and also they're half the reason why you're struggling. This is exponential. It's like you are already struggling with something here in your life that was a burden, that these people were meant to take off of your plate here. And instead of helping you, these people did whatever they did, and then they sat back and they watched and they took notes, because I'm seeing somebody like honing in on the details and then like basically saying that you're a bad person. It's like you scream out in pain and they're like, God, they're so annoying and loud over there. These people, you know what's crazy? I mean, I'm not making any excuses for this behavior. It's heinous. Okay. But I don't know. It's like you bring out something in these people. I mean, you connect them with their own jealousy. You haven't done anything. You didn't even know. And you didn't even know. This is, oh my God. So the hangman energy, they are now realizing that they are the manipulative one, that they were Queen of Swords towards you. Some of them were very strategic. They made up the truth, or they wanted to control the truth, and then they projected out onto you this Queen of Swords energy. Because for some of you, it's like you went very cold on some of these people because you could feel that something was off about these people, or you knew it, or maybe you did. Maybe some of these people actually did come through and warn you about certain interference that was going on. So for some of you, it's like you made very difficult decisions to move away. Either way, this is clearing up like your own side of this karma, because they needed to take these 10 wands away from you. It's like you needed to learn. That's your karmic lesson in this situation is it's like you take too much responsibility for things because you're a great person. I'm going to keep saying that because these people offend me. Like in their energy, they offend me. But like, yeah, you are a really great person and they aren't. And they need to be better people, and they need to take personal responsibility for who they are and what they've done. And you take too much personal responsibility because you can't be responsible for everything. And there's a lot going on that you didn't know about and you didn't have any control over, and you were just on the receiving end of it. And you should be able to trust people as well. You got people strategizing around you, which means the second that you drop your guard, somebody's going to take a pass at you in some kind of way. And you're not responsible for that. So these people are starting to realize that they're manipulative, and potentially they're starting to realize that other people in this situation manipulated them, where your energy is concerned. And Spirit is like really putting these people in a hangman position until they have this Tower moment realization that you are the Queen of Pentacles. And that you were some kind of wish fulfillment to them. And for some, these are women that felt like they were in competition. You were still their wish fulfillment. And it's like they needed to realize that before they can have this Hierophant energy. And for some, it's like these are intuitive gifts that are latent within these feminines that they're not trusted with until they can show that they can play nice with you. And it's specifically somehow like with you. They need to show that. And they won't be given those access to those gifts or to something here that they want. And for some, that's also like this Hierophant thing. So they could have had trouble in love. They could have had a marriage fall apart. Or it's like you were supposed to introduce them to their partner or something. And of course, that didn't happen if they were jockeying around. So anyways, this is a wild situation. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. That's what I'm getting. And I hope that you can heal from this, especially if you were ganged up on. This is some kind of ganging up on energy. It's like 10 people is what I'm getting that owed you a karmic debt that needed to go take their wand out of your hand. Take take something off of your plate that you were carrying here as a soul, is what I'm getting, that you were blaming yourself for as a soul. That and then they also have they needed to warn you about something, because in them removing their wand, it's like they needed to tell you why you're not responsible for it. And they needed to teach you a lesson about how bad the world is, kind of a thing. They needed to own up to who they are and what they were planning on doing, or what they heard other people doing, or they needed to, that was how they clear up their karma with you, so that you understand better why you weren't responsible in the first place, or why in a situation like that you wouldn't be responsible. Yeah. This is crazy, because this is such a bullying situation. This is like 10 people against one. And how are you supposed to not just like fight back, but like how are you supposed to defend yourself against that? I mean, really, I feel like I'm hearing like, please heal from this. Like your guides are really wanting you to heal from this, to drop these burdens that these people put at you, so that you can actually move on. And they want you safe, is what I'm hearing. Your guides want you safe, emotionally, energetically, physically, and otherwise safe. And they want to be able, it's the star energy. You have this star quality, is what I'm hearing, and they want people to see you. But you can help people so much if people can see you, the real you, not the you that had to be put on the defense, and not the you that was given all this trauma. You probably have trust issues out the ass, and you've like really, really earned that. Not you haven't earned it, but I'm saying like you come by it honestly. But if people can see that, for some, it's like if people can see that you can heal and that you can turn around after what these people put you through, it's like you give so much. You have the potential to be such a bright light here on this planet. You really do. And I feel like that's why there's also kind of dark energy being pushed at you, is because they were trying to dim your light. Whether these souls knew that, some of these people were actively trying to dim your light. They wanted you to feel low. They wanted you to feel bad about yourself. They just collude with dark forces. I mean, they are dark forces, a lot of them. But for some of them, I just heard weak-minded. They're just so weak-minded, and they are weak-willed. There's no morality here, that they can't stand up to the dark forces. So dark forces just use them and like work through them. Maybe that's the warning that you're going to bring to them here as well, that they're being interfered with, and that they need to be better and stronger internally. And I'm reminded of when my husband was trying to help me learn how to do squats better. And he was talking about like you're a hollow tube. So like you have to hold the breath in the center of the body to where that hollow tube doesn't like collapse, you know? So you have like a little bit more support just with like the way that you're breathing in your breathing pattern. It's like that. These people need to have that on their inner self, so that they can actually hold the weight of it. They need to learn how to work with their body, I'm hearing. They need to learn how to work with their system. And that's where morality comes from, and principles and virtues. That's really the root of it. You know, entropy always happens. Things get convoluted and lost over time. But there's a practicality to those things. And I think that, it's so that you don't get knocked around on an energetic level and used to harm beautiful people that have missions here and can really help people, that have built up some kind of different knowledge. You know, Aquarius is somebody different. You stand out. And I think I don't think you see yourself this way. You need to see yourself this way. For some of you, you do stand out. There's a shiny quality to you, and you haven't realized it because you've been so damn burdened. But the second that you can put some of these wands down is the second that you can heal. And it's also the second, it's like if you bring forth what's inside of you, it will sustain you in something here. It will sustain you in something. So anyways, that's what I have for you. Get well soon. Genuinely, get well soon. I want to say I love you. I feel like this is coming from somewhere. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. If this resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.